So this is our day 17 on Selenium Java course, and today we'll talk about collections. In a way, actually, we will talk about the data structure part in Java, and we will understand when to use what kind of data structure. Okay, so to understand collection, again, I'll refer from the Java T point. The good theory is present here, as well as some of the examples here. But basically, I'm referring this to make you understand about this diagram. Okay, so this is a really good diagram to understand about collection framework. Okay. So wherever this blue color is there, blue colored, this is sky blue colored box is there, those are interfaces. Okay, those are not classes, those are interfaces. So iterable is the highest level interface in this collection framework. So collection is just a name, right? It doesn't have any meaning like what is collection. It's not like that. Collections represents here whatever kind of data structure you can have in Java. So iterable interface is there, then collection interface is there, which it's like hierarchy wise, it extends another interface. It's like this. And then collection interface has, let's say, list interface, queue, and set. Okay, and list will be implemented in different ways. So this green color are classes. The real implementation part of the list is array list, linked list, vector, and stack. And queue is separate hierarchy here, where queue is implemented through priority queue or deck, right? So it's like double ended queue, means both from the both end there are queue. Then array queue is there. In the set part, you have hash set, linked hash set, and sorted set, tree set. Okay, now, so this is a basic hierarchy, and you should know about all these things, like what is array list, what is linked list, what is vector, what is the stack, everything we should know actually. But what are the mostly used in programming, and what are the things we generally use is list, set, and hash map. Hash map is not here, so that thing also we'll see. So we, for our knowledge, for as per our course, we are going to cover list and set part, though I recommend that you should go through all other examples also related to how to implement linked list, how to implement tree set, what is tree set first of all. Okay, so let's talk about list first, and then we'll go to the set, and then we will talk about hash map. If we will get time, we will talk about, so we are going to talk about only list, okay, and set and hash map. Okay, so let's talk first about list. What is list? List is a simple list. In English language, we use a list, right? We use the word list. How we use the word list in your daily life is making a list of to-do things, right? So you make to-do list, correct? You make a to-do list. How you make it the to-do list? Maybe that you will do a ticket testing 1 2 3 9. There is a ticket which you want to test. Then second task maybe like replying to mail, and third task maybe survey, you have to fill a particular survey. Then maybe so this is like list thing, right? First, second, okay, third, you want to do something like that. Fourth is like you want to create test cases for upcoming sprint tickets, right? It's a to-do list. What other list you can have? You can go to the market and you want to buy something, so you make a list. How you make it? Okay, I want to buy milk, salt, or what is Maggie, or anything, like whatever list you can make that you want to buy milk, salt, Maggie, or Vim, or let's say pen drive, right? So in this way you make a list. So this is also an example of list in Java also, but we will understand how we will put it. Okay, but in list, can you repeat it again, milk? Yes, you can repeat it in list, right? That maybe you write it and then again you are writing it. That's perfectly fine. In list, do you delete something? Yes, sometimes we do that. Okay, we make a list of these values. Okay, no, I want to delete Maggie in my list, right? That is also possible. So those will be the actions or method which we will do on the list. Okay, so let's make a list first in Java and understand about the functions which you have for the list. So I'm going there, making a new class, list demo, and you can give any name to your list. So for example, so what is the syntax to create a list is list, and then you will give a list, right? So I am giving a name, let's say item. Item is equals to new array list, and when you say array list, you should provide like what kind of data type it is. So let's say I want to create a list of string, and in the same way here also you should say that. And so this is like a generic data type you have to provide when you are declaring a list. So you have to import util java.util.list. Okay, and this is the spelling mistake, string and semicolon. So this is the syntax to create a list, or just declaring an empty list. There is no item as of now in that list. So this is the name given by us. You can give any name, right? You can give the name as product also. I'm just changing the name, product. List of string, name is product. And what kind of list it is? It will be an array list. It will be an array list. You can not write new list. Why? The thing is, because list is implemented by these classes. Okay? So basic level classes are these. You have to select one of the list type. So we are using array list. So array lists are simple. Like, why this is invented? Because array had some problem. The normal array had some problem. What was the problem with the normal array? Array was like this: integer x is equals to new int 10. Okay, how you declare the array in Java? Something like this. What is the problem with using array? The problem with normal array is the size you have to give it before using that array. So fixed size is fixed here. Okay, so for example, let's say there is array of 10 numbers, but if you want to insert 11th value right? You cannot modify this array. You cannot increase the size of the array once it is declared. Right? So that was the issue. Another issue is, let's say you create an array of 1,000 values. Okay, you create an array of size 1,000, and if you will, and you put the values like x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and you put, let's say, 200 values. Okay, till 200 values you put it, but then rest of the 800 memory locations will be wasted. The rest of the 800 memory locations, so 800 means 800 into 4 bytes, so that will be 3200 bytes of memory location will get wasted. So that's why the solution to this is using data structure, and one of the data structure is array list. So in C language, if you have learned that there is a malloc, calloc functions, which is for the dynamic memory allocation. So when we say dynamic memory allocation is, we'll see with the example. So there is no size declared here, that how many items I am going to add, right? There is nothing declared here. As and when you will keep on adding the item, the size of the array will get increased. So for example, if you add milk, okay, size of the array will be 1. If you add again salt, so size will of the array will become 2. Okay, it's like this. So once you declare the list, now I can add the values. So I can say product dot add, and here you can say, okay, I want to add milk, fine. Then you can use again product dot add, then you can say salt. So in this way you can keep on adding the values to the list. If I will check anytime what are the values present in the list, you can simply say system.out.println product. So if I run this program, it will say milk and salt. So it will come in the rectangular bracket, similar as the array. Similar to array, if you see, it's showing. Can I add another values? Yes. So to add a value, it's very simple. You just have to write add, and you keep on adding the values. So I'll say product dot add, and I will say Maggie, something like this. Now, obviously there is new value added. So if I again copy, if I want to print it again, how many values are there? So if you see this time, previously it is milk and salt, then milk, salt, Maggie. Okay, because you added a new value here. So values is adding at the right hand side, it is getting added. Okay. And this also works with the index only. So uh, the product of 0 is actually milk, product of 1 is salt, product of 2 is Maggie. Okay, so there is no limit. You can keep on adding the values to the uh, list. Okay. Can we add multiple data type? No. So it's like you declare it here only, what kind of data type you want to add. So when you say string, you have to add the string only. If you say integer, you have to add the integer only. It's like this. But there is a way, if you declare it an object, then there is a way to add different kind of data type. So Now we'll see what are the functions you can use. Okay, first of all, how to print all the values, right? How to use the for loop. So it's very simple. For, so first we will see, we can declare like int s is equals to product dot size. So that will give you how many items are present into your um, list. So let's run this. So if you see here, it is showing me 3 values are present. So size is a function which returns how many values are present. So if I want to print all the values, simply I'll do for integer x is equals to 0, x is less than s, and x plus plus. And here we will write, because I want to print directly, so I'll say system.out.println product dot get x, product dot get x. How this will work? X is 0, okay, x is less than 3, true, it will come here. Product dot get 0, so you have to write get 0. So product dot get 0 will be milk, then x will become 1. Product dot get 1 will be salt. Product dot get 2 will be Maggie. So in this way it will work, and it will print one by one all those values. So if you see here, I am able to print milk, salt, and Maggie. So somebody is asking why we are declaring the data type. So that's the rule, that's the syntax, that when you create a list, you have to tell what kind of data you have to put, right? So Java is a programming language which says that whenever you declare a variable, you have to tell what kind of data you are going to put. Right? It's unlike like Python. In Python or in JavaScript, you don't have to provide the data type, but Java is data type bound language. So you have to tell what kind of data type you are putting. Whenever you declared a particular kind of list, you have to tell to the system what kind of data you want to put in your list. Then only you will keep on adding it. Okay. I'll take the questions at the end. Don't worry about it. I kept everyone on mute mode. Let's finish it first, and then obviously I'll take the questions. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's understand first how we are using it and what are the functions. Okay, so there is another way to uh, there is another for each loop. So if you want to use this one, that is also good. So I can write string uh, temp colon what is the name of our list, product, and here we will write system.out.println temp. Right? This looks very good. This look a simpler and very good. You don't have to worry about what is the size of the list and x is equals to 0 get. You don't have to write anything like that. How this works, it's the same. It is the same as this. How this will work, it's like this is called for each loop. So how this works, okay, and understand this is a colon, it's not a semicolon. Okay, how this works, it will capture one by one from the product list. Okay, first value will go to temp, and then it will be printed. Then once it will go up, okay, second value it will put to the temp. This name you can give anything. I have given the temp name. It will go to the temp, you are printing it. So automatically once it will reach to the end, it will get stopped. It's like this. You don't have to write x is equals to 0, x is less than s, or the size, and then x plus plus. See here, it is automatically printing milk, salt, and Maggie. Okay, so you can keep on adding and removing. So there are other functions in the list. If I write product dot, so let's see some functions. Add. So if you want to add a particular value in between, so I want to add a new value, pen drive. Okay, and I want to add at the first index. Okay, so let me print it. Simple way is, if you want to, it's a small list, and if you want to print it, you can directly say system.out.println also. And I am commenting as of now this. Okay, I did a comment for all these lines, and let's run this. So if I run this, what will happen is milk and salt was there, and then you added Maggie also, and then you said that I want to add pen drive. Right? If you simply use product.add and just pen drive, it will go to the end. But if you say that I want to add at a particular index, then it will go to the particular index, and other values will shift to the right. Okay. So now at the 0 index, milk is present. At the first index, pen drive is present. At the second index, salt is there. And at the third, Maggie is there. Okay. And you can repeat the values also. So for example, if you want to add another milk, that is also fine. So list allows you duplicate values. List allows us to put duplicate values. So I'm, let's say, doing it. Let's run it again. So when we are running it, it's saying milk, pen drive, salt, Maggie, milk again. Okay, what other functions we have? So we have product dot. So add, we saw clear will clear all the items. Contains will tell you true or false, whether a list particularly contains another thing or not, right? So if I say product contains Maggie, so it's like I'm checking whether the whole list contains a value Maggie or not. So if I print it, it will say me true or false. If I will try to print this, it will tell me true or false. So let's run this. So it's saying me true. If you make it like Maggie pasta, if I write it like this, so obviously Maggie pasta is not a part of the whole list. So this time it will say false. Okay. What else? So if I do product dot, so there are a lot of other functions. You should read about it. Index of, so you can get the index of a particular value. What else? Remove, we'll see remove. So let's say if you want to remove salt, so you can write it like this, that I want to, from the whole list, I want to remove salt. That is possible. So let's print it. Okay. So salt will get removed. So if you see here, milk, salt was there, you added Maggie, then you added pen drive in between, and then you added a milk again, and then you deleted the salt. So the new list will be after deleting it. Milk, pen drive, salt is deleted. So these two values will get shifted to the left because salt is deleted. So Maggie will take place of salt, and the last milk will take place of Maggie. So the new list will be this. The updated list will be this. So this is about list. There are other functions also. You have to check it. But basically we do add, remove only. You can make any kind of list. So it's not just that you should make only string list. You can make it like this. List of integer and you can give numbers, you can give any name. Numbers is equals to array list, sorry, array list, and then you have to give, okay, what kind of data type it is, and semicolon. Okay, and then you can keep on adding. So I can write numbers dot add 20, numbers dot add 45. You can keep on adding. You can keep on adding. And if I print it, numbers, I'll be able to print it. So see here, 20 and 45 is visible. So in this way, list works. Okay, let's see another kind of data structure, that is set. And set is little bit like different from the list. So set is same as what we have read in our mathematics. Set is will be like this. If you remember in your engineering BCA or MCA days, we in fact used set in the, I guess in the 11th standard also. How we declare set? Set f is equals to some values, right? So you declare 2 comma 3 comma 6 comma 7, right? So set is little bit different from the list. In set, you cannot repeat the values. It's not allowed. So I cannot write directly comma 3 again. So set are the collection of unique values. I'm not saying numbers, I'm saying values, because set can also be a set of strings, set of numbers, right? So set represents the collection of unique values. And another difference with the set and list is set are unordered. Unordered. Unordered means it's not like that the order in which you put will be preserved. So here, when we saw the list example, the order was preserved, like milk and salt, and then Maggie has come, whatever, in whatever order you put it, the exact order, it is present in the list. But set does not guarantee that the order in which you are putting the values will be stored also in that particular order, and it will show on that particular order. It's not guaranteed. So it's an unordered collection of unique values. So set is something like that. But how to declare the set? How to declare the set? Let's see. So you should write set, then the name of the set, let's say items, is equals to new set. So is it giving me error if I declare it like this? Yeah, it's a bad way to declare the set. Okay, so again, let's go to this example. Set is the interface. You have to implement either hash set or linked hash set, right? So let's use hash set. So hash set. The same kind of, it's more or less same kind of syntax what we saw for list also. Right. So here I'm writing that I want to create a set of string, and the name of the set is item, and it is a hash set. Okay, so you have to import the set. Done. Then I can do items dot add Again, let's do the same thing. Milk. Okay, then items dot add salt, and items dot add what was that? And how to print it? Can we do it like system.out.println items? Let's check whether this is possible or not. So it's printing me salt, milk, Maggie. So if you see here, we added milk, salt, Maggie, but it is showing me salt, milk, Maggie, right? So this is looking weird. So that's why set are unordered, but that is unique. So can I add again milk? Let's try. Items dot add, and I will say milk. Okay. Okay. So syntax wise, there is no error. Syntax is what you can add, use the add function, and you can provide a string to add it. And let's print it again. So we have added one more time milk, and we want to print those. So see here, it is not adding another milk. Why? Because set does not allow that there will be a duplicate. So what it does automatically is it checks, okay, milk is already present, so will not add it. So it will not show you error, but it is in the background. What it will do, it will check, okay, milk is already there, so keep it like the previous milk as it is, and don't add the new item. It's like this. So if you see here, even if we added milk, it is not getting added at the end or anywhere. So this is how we say set is a collection of unique values. How to iterate through it? So can I write like for again, let's say string temp colon items, and in the bracket, can I write like this? Is it allowed? Yeah, this is allowed. So if you want to print items one by one, you can do this for each loop like string temp colon items and temp. So it's like one by one the value will go to the temp and you are printing it. But generally, the recommended way is to use iterators. Okay, so iterator is again a class where you have to declare that, okay, I want to create uh, the iterator object. So I'm creating, let's say, it is equals to. Here you have to say that what is the name of your set is items dot iterator. So every collection has iterator method, which gives the pointer, which gives the first value pointer to whatever you declared as an iterator object, right? It's like this. So iterator is a function which works on a particular, let's say, collection. So here it is set, and once you declare it, it will, the first pointer to those items, right, will go to this IT reference. Now you can iterate it. So you can write while IT dot has next, and here you can say if I want to print the values, it will be like IT dot, I guess, next. So has next will check while there is a next value present, then print it. It's like this. And the next is a function which will keep track of the next value. It's like this. So see, this salt, milk, Maggie is printed because of this while place. So let me comment out this. This is not required. So this is the way to iterate, use the iterator uh, class and iterators function to iterate through any kind of data structure. So this is a standard code to iterate, right? Showing me salt, milk, and Maggie. And there are different functions. So in the same way, uh, what we have in the list, here also you have remove, so that will remove a particular element. It's like this. Add is there. So add is to add a particular value, and remove is to remove it. Size will give you the size of the so you can anytime add a new value also. So if I say items dot add, if I add pen drive, okay, and then I will check what is the size of the item set. So I can write int r is equals to this, and let's print r. R represents the size of that particular set. So if we run it, it will show, okay, 4 values. Why 4? Because you added pen drive also, right? We did not display it, but it is added because of the 30-second line, and then the size will become 4. That's why it is printing the R value as 4. So this is how set works. Okay. Next data structure we will say, we'll check, that is hash map. So when to use hash map? Hash map means when you have key value pair. So when we say key value pair, you may have roll number associated with a name. So you may have sometimes like this, that your roll number is 101 and name is Nitesh, and comma 102 Raja, and 103 Lakshmi, 106, then testology, right? So here, this is called key value pair, where key should be unique. You cannot have duplicate keys. So in key value pairs, you cannot have duplicate values. For the keys, value, this is called key, this will be called value. This is called key, this is value. This is key, this is value. And it's not like that key should be integer only. It can be other way around. So you can like have Nitesh as a key, the string as a key, and value as a integer. That is also possible. But the rule is fixed. If you are taking something as a key, that will be unique. Okay. So this is called key value pair, and you can implement it through Hashmap. We'll see that example. So I'm creating a new class, Hashmap demo, and let's create it. So the syntax to create Hashmap is hashmap. See here, it is showing KB, and you have to give a name. So we will give the name of this is let's say student is equals to new hash map, and when you declare it, you have to tell what kind of hash map you are using. So key value here is you have to declare the, let's say this will be the integer, my key will be an integer, and my value will be string. Okay, and new hash map, and can I declare it like this? Is it possible? So it is allowing me. The value of the local variable student is not used. Okay, can I do it in this way? If I write student dot, so here, yeah, you do not have add, you have the function called put. You have a function called put. So here I'll say 101 and my value is, let's say, Nitesh. Okay. So in this way you add it. So student dot put. Put is a function which you will use to add any new value. Okay. So this is how you add it. Can I print it like this? System.out.println student. So if I run this program, will it work? So yeah, it is printing. So if you see here, it is saying me 101 Nitesh, 102 Raja. Okay. So this is how you add it. So can I add another student? I can add student dot put 101. Again, I want to put a new student, roll number is 101 and the name is Lakshmi. So will it give me error? Will it show me any error? Let's check it. So I'm running this program again. So this is saying 101 Lakshmi. So it is not showing me an error. It is simply overwriting it. So earlier it was 101 Nitesh, 102 Raja. Now, once you say student dot put 101 Lakshmi, so what it is doing, it is at the same like 101 roll number. Let's say this is the roll number. It is putting the name, overwriting it. Okay, so that is possible, right? But you cannot have another 101. So when we say unique, it's like it is not showing me another 101 and putting Lakshmi. It's like overwriting the existing one. Okay. Now, how to iterate through this? So Hashmap has different kind of pattern to print the keys and the values. Okay. So one way is if you want to get the explicit values. So I can say student dot get. So when you say student dot get, you have to provide one key and that will return the value. If you say student dot get 102, right, then actually it will return you the particular value from that key. So that will give me Raja here because 102 has uh, whatever, like the value you stored it in the name and you are printing it. So 102 has Raja. So that's why I can do student dot get 102. That will give me Raja. It's like this. But if I want to print all the values, then you have to use particular kind of iterator. So let's search it. I am searching it. Iterate the hash map in Java. Okay. So traverse through a hash map in Java. So there are different examples people are providing. And let's see this thing, Java tutorial.net, this example, just to get a particular for loop. So this is the way to get it. Okay. So that's a little bit complex. Let me open it. Okay, I have put it. And here map.entry. So you have to import the map and this one will be the name of your hash map. So for us, it is student. And once you do that, yeah. So because if you are using the entry set, then you have to declare it as a integer string properly. So yeah, integer and a string, student dot entry set. And if you want to print the key, the function is entry dot get key. If you want to print the value at that moment, you have to use entry dot get value. So this will give me like one by one all the keys and the values. So if you see here, it is printing in this way. Okay, so there are different ways. You search in Google like how to print only the keys or only the values. You will get it how to do that. Okay, so this is just one such way that is a little bit complex. Let's say if I want to print only the values, so we will search iterate all values in Hashmap. Let's say if I search that thing, you can Hashmap in Java. Any example you can pick. Let's say we see geeks for geek example. So here, this one, yeah. So you can use the entry set iterator to iterate through different values. Okay. So this is like, okay, string and integer, and has next it is using, and this is again a complex thing. This is again they're using in a complex way. This looks good to print only the keys. So if I want to print only roll numbers, right? So how what you can use is you can say here student and map dot entry. This doesn't look good. No, better not to use it. Let's check any other example. No. So I want to show a simple example. I don't want to go through a complex example for you guys. So this is to print again key and value both. If I just want to print only the keys, this is the way actually. Map dot key set you can use, or map dot values you can use. It's like this they're saying. Okay. If you want to print both the things, you will be using like this. Okay. So they have given one good example. So I'm copying this. Let's say I just want to print only the keys and or only the values, then you will use it like this. So let me put it like student.keyset. So this will print just the keys, and if I do student.values, is it possible? So type mismatch cannot convert from a string to, okay, because our key are actually a string. Okay, no, sorry, this is integer, and keys are integer, and values are strings. Sorry, so this will be string. Now it's fine. So this will print keys and values. How simple it is. It's simply integer key colon student dot key set. So this will give me all the keys in a set format, and I am printing all the keys. Then student dot values will give me all the values. It's like this. If I run this program, this will give me, see here, value Lakshmi, value Raja, key 101, key 102. Right? So you have to practice about how to print the values, and if you want to print both the things, this is a simple way. So you will get it. This is 25 to 27 line is the combination of this two for loop.